Hi, Diane Moore from More Better Food. And today we're going to talk a little bit about meal planning and some of the benefits that you can get from planning your meals for the week. Now, as a functional nutrition and lifestyle practitioner, meal planning is one of those things that's in my toolbox. But what I find is that meal planning can be pretty intimidating for people, and it makes it really hard for them to follow through and do it because they think that it is more complicated than it is. So I thought I would share just a few tips of what I do each week in order to plan my meals and some of the benefits you can derive from that. So let's just dive in. So, tip number one is to sit down each week and plan out your meals. And for somebody who's new, it might take a little bit longer to do that. Um, and for somebody who's experienced at doing that, it just takes a few minutes. So, what I like to do is sit down each week, the same day of the week, and just plan out the meals that I'm going to have. I use cookbooks. I use cooking shows. I talk to people. I look at recipes online. Whatever you find as inspiration, it could be recipes from your childhood or something that's currently in your recipe box. Whatever you derive as inspiration, use that. And what I like to do is I like to sit down and think about, what does my week look like? I look at my calendar and I see what are the nights where I'm feeling like I might be a little busier than other nights. And so I will take the nights that I'm going to be a little busier and find recipes that are quicker and easier for those evenings. And then on the nights when I have a little bit more time, I might plan out a recipe that I've been dying to try, or something that takes a little bit longer, or takes a little bit more finesse. And so just look at your schedule and plan for some recipes that meet the needs you have for that evening. Also, look at things that you know your family likes and go ahead and put those in. And then I like to write out exactly what I'm going to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Most people think that they'll remember it, but in reality, you don't want to get there and think, now, what was it that I was going to have? So I like to write everything out. Once I know what the recipes are that I'm going to choose for that week, I look and see what ingredients I currently have and what I need, and I make my shopping list. And I will make the shopping list and take that to the grocery store on another day where it's convenient for me to go. And I've had all the time to do that planning. And then I take my grocery list to the store and I buy the items on my list. I stick to that and I don't deviate. And so I don't go around and think, I could be inspired by that. I stick to my list and I buy what's on my list. All right. And then the next thing I do is I stick with my meal plan. Now, I say that because, and it might sound like, okay, well, of course you stick to your meal plan, but sometimes things go awry. Sometimes things come up in your week that change your plans, or you might get a craving for something. And I wanted to share that one of the beautiful things about planning your meals is that you do this planning and you look at your meal plan when it's the best of times. So maybe you've planned to make sure that you have a lot of fruits and vegetables in your meal plan. Maybe you've looked at making sure you have a variety of proteins or grains, but you've done that planning at a time when you're calm and relaxed and you can think really, you can think it through. And instead, sometimes when we get a craving or we feel an impulse, we give into that, and it may not be the healthiest for us. So sticking to the meal plan is one of those health benefits that's important to you. All right. So I sit down and I look at my, I plan a day, look at some recipes. I make a grocery list, go to the store, buy those items, stick to those alone, and then I stick to my meal plan. Okay. So let's talk about the benefits then of planning your meal, because now you know how to do it. And let's talk about why meal planning is so key for your health. So the first thing is meal planning saves you energy. I don't know if you know this, but we make 35,000 decisions a day. 35,000 decisions a day. And if we've already planned out our meals, that's one less decision. Because quite honestly, every decision you make in your day, whether it's, what should I wear today? Should I drive? Should I walk to work? Whatever adds up. And by 5 p.m., you might be exhausted. That's not a time you want to be able to throw caution to the wind and decide about your meals. So if you've pre-planned your meals already, you've set yourself up for not feeling exhausted and making those good, smart choices. So you'll know exactly what you're going to have, and that's one less decision to make. Okay. Meal planning also saves you money because you know exactly what ingredients you need to buy, no more, no less. Go to the grocery store, stick to those, and you also make sure you have everything on hand and that you are not spending money on takeout or restaurants. So meal planning saves you money. Meal planning also saves you time because you know in the grocery store exactly what you need. You just go there and get those particular items. You don't wander around and try to get inspired. You also can do some prep ahead of time. So if you need to take something out of the freezer, if you need to soak beans or grains, you know that, and you can do that ahead of time, which in the long run saves you time. Also, you can save on food waste. So when you plan your meals out, you know exactly what you need and you're not wasting food. You know each meal, because you've written it out, each meal, what it is that you are going to be eating. And so there's no food that goes to waste. There's no big head of lettuce that's just wilting in your refrigerator because you know where you're going to eat that lettuce. Okay. And then the last thing is meal planning really saves your health because you're making sure when you plan out your meals that you're choosing high quality, nutrient dense ingredients and a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, varied proteins and varied grains. So you're having the best in your meal planning. You've purchased those ingredients. You've taken the time to really think it through and to plan out your best meal plan. And therefore, you're not relying on poor quality ingredients from takeout and fast food and somebody else cooking for you, somebody else like a restaurant cooking for you. Not that restaurants are bad, but they may not use the highest quality ingredients. And when you do your meal planning, you're choosing that. So again, to recap, meal planning helps you save energy because you're reducing your decision fatigue. It helps you save time at the grocery store and in planning and preparation. It saves you money because you're sticking to the groceries that you need, no more, no less, and you're also not getting takeout. It saves your health because you're making sure that your meals are nutrient dense, full of vitamins and minerals and all that good stuff. And it saves you from wasting food because you don't have things lingering and molding in your refrigerator or your pantry or on your countertop because you've used each and every one of your items. So I hope this was helpful. I'd love to hear what you do in regards to planning your meals. And if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about prioritizing your health and well-being, and you'd like to talk, you can schedule a complimentary 30-minute consultation with me, and I'll put that information in the comment section below. So I hope this was helpful for you. Please comment and let me know, and post your questions as well. And until the next time, take it easy. Bye-bye.